Come back here, you dirty varmint!
Burgess, are you all right? What happened?
Logan! He came out of nowhere. I couldn't stop him.
It's okay, as long as no one's hurt. Well?
The coward escaped.
He's gone too far this time.
I'm afraid you're right, Sheriff. I think we need to face the truth. Logan is no longer the person we knew. He and his gang need to be brought in. For too long, we have allowed him to do whatever he liked because we respected his paw. But after the temple incident, the hijacked train, now with this water tower, it's just the last straw.
What's wrong with that boy?
Oh man, how it would have been so sad to see his boy acting such a fool.
We showed those gigglers that Sandrock ain't nothing to mess with. What's a couple of podunk, two-bit crooks to brave folk like us? I say, we get a posse together and make Logan pay for what he's done.
Say no more, Minister. Civil Corps with me. Let's see if we can't track down that ne'er-do-well before the trail goes cold.
Here now, as senior officer and guy who's been here in this town way longer than your Mr. Macho Protein huffing behind, I give the orders round here. But, yeah, unsure? Do what Penn said. Let's ride.
Now, we need to get ourselves a new water tower in a hurry. Without it, our town can't easily access water from the oasis. The only solace I can find in all this mess is that at the very least, the water tower was almost empty. Our next shipment of water ought to arrive soon. But before that... Where is that Commerce Commissioner?
Right behind you, Minister.
Yes. Yen, I need your guild to help our town rebuild this water tower before the next water shipment. I trust y'all can handle it?
Is the sun hot? Does sand sting? Of course we can handle it. We'll also make the new water tower absolutely, positively Logan-proof. There's just one minor thing. The inconvenient matter of... the bill? Of course. I'll just put it on the tab. I'll have my builders working on it by tomorrow. Hear that, builders? Oh, drat. Where'd the other one go? Go find that slacker coworker of yours and tell her to expect the job to begin first thing in the morning. Pronto!
All right, folks, let's move along then. Nothing more to see here. Let's just trust in our Civil Corps that there will be no more of these incidents.
Indeed, y'all. Rest assured that everything is going to turn out all right in the end.
Hey, doing all right? So, how did our sand wall perform? Did it keep your house spick and span, sand-free, speckless even? Awesome. Glad to hear it. I had a theory that a flying sand type would be weak against walls. Well, in any case, this is still only a prototype. At some point, I'll look into improving my design and call it, I don't know, something along the lines of Sand Wall Level 2. Working title. In any case, don't forget to always come in and check on my catalog. Thanks for the feedback.
That's enough, Mr. RVO, was it? Remind me, whose shop is this again?
Sorry, am I overstepping yet? I just feel there really must be a way for the two of you to work together. Mr. Mysterious, perhaps you just hadn't noticed this particular part yet. It's got a lot of potential. Surely this one is mysterious enough to add to your stock.
Please, call me the Mysterious Man. Mr. Mysterious was my father's moniker. But on the subject of mysteriousness, I'm afraid this pot could hardly be called mysterious enough for one such as myself. It's, at best, quizzical.
It has never been my intention to have my work be confined to a singular aesthetic, much less a single word.
If my wares are of no interest to you, then I believe we are done here. I have other orders to attend to.
You think I don't know what I'm talking about? You know, people don't come to this shop for the quality of the goods, right? You do know why they come, don't you?
How dare you? Get out!
Hey, don't take it personally. Look, I've been around. I've seen the best. If I brought my guys from Walnut Groove in here to see this dull junk you're peddling, they'd laugh their butts off at the mere notion that you're anything but an amateur. And what is that kiln you've got back there? Looks like it's from the Stone Age.
Hey! That's my sister's livelihood you're talking about there, pal.
Quiet, Javio.
Indeed, I use a traditional kiln. Glazing requires a kiln with more advanced temperature controls.
So, you know all about it. What's your excuse then? Old ways are best?
No, money. And besides, though a traveler as yourself may have encountered such things, the more advanced kilns are rare, and their construction is still a well-guarded secret by masters within the ceramics community.
Well, if you're a true artist, go and seek one of these masters out. Get off of your high horse and beg if you must. Till then, I have no business being here, and you have no business acting as though I do.
Then you get one for me.
Why would I do that?
You said seek a master. You're the so-called master of trade, who claims he can get any rare item from any rare place.
Get me a new kiln, and I'll prove to you that my ceramics are as good as anyone's in whatever sky it is you speak of.
You think I'm really gonna lug a kiln halfway across the Free Cities, just so you can maybe feel better about yourself? No.
Get me a diagram then. I'll have one built.
What's in it for me? Oh, the local builder is here.
We were just thinking about you.
I'm going to need your help.
Hey, I didn't agree to do anything yet. Hold your horses. Your friend here is very astute. In business, all things are conditional, and everything has a price. It is as you say, Miss Amira. I am a master of trade. There is no item too rare for me to find. But such a service comes at a cost. 5,000 golds.
What? You're really not afraid of taking advantage, are you?
You think so? Nah, really. I'm taking it easy on you guys.
You know what? I actually happen to think gray, non-glazed pots are pretty neat all of a sudden. Perhaps we ought to forget about all of this price gauging and...
No, Avio. His price. It is fair. I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up.
Uh-huh. Well, offers on the table. If you decide you want my help, I'll be staying at the Blue Moon for about 3 days. Come find me if you get the money. Or don't. Makes no difference to me.
I'm telling you, Logan's innocent.
What?
I know Logan. We practically grew up together. He was always the goody two-shoes. I just can't accept that he would do something like this.
Elsie, everyone saw him bomb the temple. And then the water tower, and then there's all the other stuff. I mean...
I just want to be sure. Please?
All right, what can I help you with?
See, I don't think he did this without reason. I want to take a look at his house, which is right here, and do some hands-on investigating. For the truth.
What do you need me for?
Because you're smarter than me, okay?
Don't sell yourself short, Elsie.
Oh, don't try to be nice, Leon. I'm dumber than a box of rocks. We all know it. The only way we're gonna learn all the facts is if I can get your help.
Honey. Amira, what should we do?
Be quiet. Can't hear myself think.
All our savings add up to around 3,000 goals. Maybe we could sell a few things, but are you really thinking of bankrupting us to our new kiln? Is it really going to be worth it? How do we know that mysterious man, if that even is his real name, isn't just blowing smoke up both our backsides? Wow, you do that for us? You're the real deal!
Arvio, please refrain from so flippantly putting us into debt.
Come on, Am. It's our friend. What else are we going to do anyway? Sell everything we've got in 3 days? Ask Owen for help? That guy has a crush on you, you know? Could get weird.
When you put it that way. All right. We accept your generous offer.
5,000 goals! So you really want to do this, huh, Am?
Yes. Trust me, Arvio. One of these temperature-controlling kilns will open doors for my shop. And probably be a lot of fun, too. Thank you. You will be repaid in full, very soon. Now, come, brother. Let us depart to the Blue Moon. Fetch the savings, if you would.
Ah, yes, the savings. Easy come, easy go.
I do want to help, but I don't think we can just walk
So
in.
we're in agreement then. Hey, keep it down. You trying to get us in trouble?
Shoot.
Move along. You didn't see nothing.
I guess we're breaking into Logan's house to look for clues as to why he went off the deep end and blew up the temple.
And we're gonna prove Logan's innocent too.
Yeah, sure. Hey, why don't you join us, Elsie? I think we could use one more member of the team who's,
Oh yeah, cool, calm, collected, just like me. All right, you made your point. You're in. But I better not hear about you squealing, especially not to my pa.
Well, then, shall we? The sooner we get through this, the sooner I can fix that one.
Hunker in, you two. Spread out and look for clues.
Aren't you gonna do anything?
I already came in here a while back. I didn't find nothing. That's where y'all and them higher education brains of y'all's come in.
All right. Let's look around then. Hey, what's this?
Oh yeah, I seen everything over there. Bunch of lame junk.
No, Elsie, this is a clue.
Huh? No way.
Yes, way. Take a look. Hardly recognize anybody in this photo. Is that Logan's pa? And that's probably his ma. How come I've never heard anything about her?
Sorry to interrupt, but how does this prove Logan's innocent?
Everything we find here is a piece of the puzzle. Every object tells a small part of a bigger story. Also, Logan is not innocent. I would really give that one a rest. However, learning the motives of everyone involved brings us closer to the truth. And there's one person in this photo who will be able to tell us all about what happened at this wedding. Exactly. Owen is here in the background of this photo. He was there. He must know more about Logan's past. Her first clue.
This photo is so old, I ain't even born yet. Hardly recognize anyone on here.
Well, I brought my camera. Why don't I start taking photos of anything we find that's interesting? I can mail copies to you guys, then later we can ask people in town about what we find. But, try to be subtle. We're not supposed to be in here.
All right, let's spread out and keep looking.
Howlett? Who could that be?
Precisely, no doubt. The builder deduced this from the torn photograph and the initials H and C. H for Howlett.
Or someone just asked pretty much anybody in town. Everybody knows Logan's pa's name. I thought y'all were just playing around.
Yes, of course. Anyway, why is Logan interested in medicine? Somehow I don't see him as the type to shift from monster hunter to doctor. Why did he need to consult a doctor anyway? Well, despite the indecipherable handwriting, I can decipher that Dr. Fang probably wrote this prescription. Let's ask him about it later. Lovely picture. Looks like it was drawn by Jasmine.
Okay, now y'all are playing around. What's a kid's drawing got to do with any of this?
Well, obviously, it shows us that, I think so as well. If Jasmine was friends with Haru and Logan, I mean, they can't be that bad, right?
When you like somebody and they do something to hurt you, that makes you double mad. That's why everyone wants to bring Logan in.
I think you're right, Elsie. Can you go talk to Jasmine later? Maybe she knows something we've overlooked. Hey, I know some of this stuff. Isn't this Arvio's 100% organic Sandrock skin cream? And is this a recipe on how to make it?
You use beauty products?
Yeah, so?
I just always thought... Never mind.
Anyway, the products here are all unique to Arvio's store. I kind of wanted to make some for myself, but he said they were all trade secrets. You're telling me Logan came up with the recipes?
Of course not. Logan wouldn't concern himself with such meaningless pursuits. The nerd you seek goes by the name of... You got it. But, wait, why is this important again?
It means Arvio got these recipes from Haru, which means Arvio might know something. The more we learn, the more tangled things become. Logan and his friends seem to be talented people, and now they're putting those talents to use in the wrong place. Let's ask Arvio what he knows. I don't think he'll be able to claim these as trade secrets anymore. These small bombs are meticulously crafted. The fact that they're made from everyday objects show that whoever made them had a good understanding of chemistry. Gosh, the standard of villainy really is pretty high around these parts, huh? Based on what I've heard about Logan, something like this is too sophisticated for him to have crafted himself. He must have someone really clever working for him, or backing him. Who's someone in Sandrock who does a lot of fighting? Someone who might know who's been setting Logan up with these improvised bombs. Bingo! Penn's seen his share of fights. I'm sure he'll know where Logan's been getting his bombs from. This must be Logan's paws equipment, and Logan probably took the missing dagger. That's the only explanation that makes sense. What do you think? Well, you know, elementary and all that. I'm sure you figured that one out already, too. But thanks anyway.
Hate to get in the way of y'all's mutual backpatting, but Logan and his father were monster hunters. Of course they had fighting gear.
Monster hunters who had their weapons forged by Hugo. Look at that insignia. I'll get you a picture of the equipment later. Can you go and show it to Hugo? Maybe he can tell us more about the father-son pair. An action plan for the bombing of the temple. Wow, I feel we found a key clue. But why does the plan feel like it's been rejected and changed?
This is all a bunch of malarkey. Logan would never come up with no plan. And certainly not a plan with no revisions. He just does whatever his heart tells him.
Elsie, you're a genius.
Huh? I am?
This map gives us a clue about Logan's...
the wee hours of the morning. Haru, Logan's right-hand man, is scribbling madly on this map, begging Logan to see reason.
No, Haru. I'm a mean bandit guy and I do whatever I want.
Logan snatches Haru's plans right out of his hands, crumples them up and throws them onto the floor.
We're bombing the temple and that's that.
Hey, wait a sec. You just made all that stuff up. That'll prove a dadgum thing.
Yes, everything I just said was pure conjecture. I suppose I could be wrong about everything. I guess they could have crumpled up that map for any number of reasons. This does give me another idea, though. Logan's attitude towards the church. I think it would be worthwhile to ask some of the pastors what their view on all this is. Well, we searched everywhere, dusted every corner, and looked in every nook and cranny.
And we came up with diddly squat. It's a bunch of chicken scratch. Oh, phooey. Had me going there for a second.
Well, who knows? This could be exactly the break in the case we were looking for. The bombs, the medicine, Haru and Logan's past. It's all connected somehow. I just can't figure it out yet.
What's your take on all this? I don't know, partner. I think I need to take a breather. I've been doing this investigating thing forever. Let's give Mion some time to ponder on these here photographs. And perhaps we might reconvene at a later date.
Oh, okay.
Thanks again for believing in me. Sorry I made you guys do all this. I still think Logan's a good guy, though.
I hope you're right, Elsie. I know your heart is in the right place. And hey, don't talk like it's over. Maybe there really is something more we can do. All right, gang. Check your mailboxes for updates. Let's all head home. That was exhilarating. I never thought I'd...
Hey guys, hanging out in front of Logan's old house, I see.
Quick, say something smooth.
Say the word and I'll take him out.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that. That's just one of the many things I admire about you guys. Always a keen eye for what needs to be done around here. Well, see ya.
Whew, that was a close one. Nice work. All right, let's split up, gang. I'll provide updates for everyone via the mail. Check your mailboxes.
Thank you. Thanks.
Did someone come in? Oh, I can see through the cracks a bit. You come to join me? One-person closet, I'm afraid. You can hang out as long as you want. I'll probably be in here a while, though. Air's nice this time of year. Oh, yeah. They're still wondering about those letters, huh? Heard about that. Yeah, well, it sure is hard to catch criminals. As you know, actually, I looked it up. Not writing your name on a letter isn't a crime. That's why I didn't get back to you. Whew, nice work. The hardest part is behind us. First, some music to set the mood. Now it's time to sit back and enjoy the show. Yep, you've heard the stories. But did you ever think you'd really be living it? Watching paint dry. Oh, look at that big glob there. You can't beat the smell either. This is one of my favorite things in the whole world. If you look really close, you can see, looks like the paint is dry. Well, you know what they say, nothing good can last forever. Did you enjoy yourself? My favorite part was when the paint dried. Well, I'm beat. That was more than enough excitement for one day.
Good. It seems you followed my instructions to not make any mistakes. These materials will do. Good. It was no small task, but it's done. I almost hate to put the suit back into the field, as impeccable as it looks now. But alas, bound to the pursuit of knowledge, I must. Presently, your assistance is no longer required. The subsequent tasks to be completed require knowledge far beyond your area of expertise. Goodbye.
Howdy! Did you get Mion's letter? Never mind, it's a bit of a chore. Here, check out these puppies. All the photos from yesterday. Yep, I'd probably steer clear of that mailbox of yours for today. But, even if you didn't and someone did write you a letter telling you to hold up on the investigation, you'd ignore it, wouldn't ya? 'Cause we made a promise to get to the bottom of all this, didn't we? Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to take these here photographs to the folk we talked about yesterday and find out what all they know. I'd take care of it myself, but with all this here evidence and whatnot, yeehaw! I gotta get back to the...
Hello there. It's not easy to turn your passion into a career. But you've managed to do that for yourself as well, haven't you? Thanks. Goodbye. It's not easy. Catch you later. See ya. Hi, catch you later.
Howdy! Did you get... Yep, I'd take... With all this here evidence... Yeehaw! I gotta get...
Hi. Goodbye. See ya. It's not easy. Thanks a lot.
Hey there. How you holding up? Wow. Where'd you dig up an old relic like that? Yep, that's me in the background. But I can't say I remember too much about this day. Oh, people were always getting married in the blue moon back then. Logan's ma. What was she like? I can barely remember her face, if not for this photo. She skipped town not too long after Logan was born. It shocked everyone with that move. Hardly worth mentioning Logan's old man. Howlett took it the hardest. But you'd never have guessed it from this photo. Looks like a match made in heaven. Except for the tear down the center, I guess. When Howlett came back with the disease and was put in quarantine by the church, Logan really lost it. He started shouting for them to release his paw outside the temple door. Understandable. Howlett was all he had his whole life. Well, that's not completely true. I considered Logan a friend once. I really just hope he sees through all this madness and turns himself in. Then maybe the healing can begin. Hey there! How you holding up? Yeah, not that night. But he came into the saloon that day with Haru, and they were acting real strange, buying up a lot of supplies. It was later that I heard that they blew up the temple in an attempt to get Howlett out, and the old man died in the blast. Frankly, even if Logan did manage to get Howlett out of quarantine, it would have endangered us all with the disease. Real sad story. Other than that, though, I'm afraid I don't know much of anything. So you're trying to find out more about Logan, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's all pretty weird. Never heard of a decent fella going bad so quick like that. My hope through all of this is that nobody else gets hurt. Well, good luck with whatever it is.
Minister, I beg of you to reconsider.
I've told you, Miguel, the people won't stomach another water tax hike. They're stretched thin as it is. I doubt half these folks could even afford it.
Every penny, Minister. You know this.
What I know is this. Now is a time of tribulation for our people. We need not burden them any further.
But this project will add cost.
It inspires hope. We can afford it.
We're spending our goals on frivolities, meaningless eyesores.
We're spending our goals on our people. We're giving someone a chance to make a day's earnings and an opportunity to make a difference in this town. That, to me, is priceless. Well now, always in the right place at the right time, aren't we, Builder? That's good. I think Miguel may require a bit of assistance. I must be going, but be a dear and help him, won't you?
Yes. Help. That's right, Builder. A moment of your time, please. According to some, the church needs a new mural in the temple. The church would be highly appreciative if you could work with our town's artists to manifest these vague requests. The minister thinks that certain effigies of our faith are uninviting.
Oh, yeah.
Will you assist us?
That makes sense.
She gave rather limited notes on the specifics. Nevertheless, I would expect Pablo or Amira should be able to produce a painting of sufficient quality. If we're conscious of budget, perhaps even Jasmine could be recruited to our cause. The church has allocated 1,000 goals for the project. Here you are. What remains afterwards will be your commission for the frame. Return to me when you have the items in question. Be swift, Builder.
What's more wild than taking personal responsibility?
Wow, thank you
Oh, hello! Lovely day today, isn't it? Then again, isn't every day lovely and I've actually been meaning to tell you about something. You see, I consider a lot of people to be my friend, even if they don't always feel the same way about it. But you, I think you're my bestest friend in the whole wide world.
Blah, blah, blah. Technology bad. Okay, we get it.
I just know we're gonna be friends forever. And when you're around, I feel like I can do anything. So, here's my idea. If you're up, it's probably not news to you that sometimes out in the desert there are wild arcs roaming around. You remember arcs, right? Oh, no, but don't worry. I'll remind you. You know the type. Tree choppers, cactus poachers, lunch bag stealers, water wasters. So, I'd like to commission from you a weapon. A weapon so powerful that it will take care of those arcs once and for all. That's right. Those arcs will be gone forever. I'd like you to get me some flowers. Flowers that will kill them with kindness. I believe that if we show these arcs the beauty of life up close, well, there's no way they could continue to wallow in their arcsy ways. What do you say? Fantastic! I knew I could count on you. Here are some seeds to do the deed, plus a few extra for yourself. Just grow them in your garden like usual, and let me know when you're ready to obliterate those water wasters. With kindness. Oh, hi! Oh, gosh. You want to know about that night? Well, let me think. Everything is a bit fuzzy for me. I was taking the late shift, helping out with patrols, making sure nobody snuck in to see old Howlett, who was being quarantined. It was a stressful time for all of us, but obviously Logan was affected the most. Sure enough, he showed up and the last thing I remember is me politely explaining to him that going into the temple right then was against the rules. Then everything went black. When I woke up, everybody helped me to my feet and wanted to know what happened, but I didn't really see anything. It's all very sad. I can't help but think if Logan hadn't acted so irrationally, perhaps his father would still be... Some things are best not to dwell on. What happened happened. No one wanted it to be this way. Blaming anyone won't bring him back. I think the sooner Logan accepts that and takes responsibility for what he did, well, perhaps the sooner we can have him back in the flock. Maybe the reason no one's talked about this much since you've been here is we are all really sad about the way things turned out. Maybe some people also fear that it's something they did that drove Logan down this path. Logan will come back to the light one day. I'm sure of it. Just make sure to stay safe out there. And remember, we're all in this together, so don't hesitate to ask for help.
But what can a humble saloon owner do? Hey, it's Skinny Arms. How can the Protector serve you today? What's that? Making bombs now, are we? Ha! Finally! You're getting into building cool stuff. I meant to say something to you about all those lame screws and boards and, oh, I see. Yes, now that you mention it, I believe I have seen these kinds of bombs before. Yes. It's coming back to me. That foul Logan's paramount compatriot used those kinds of bombs as his weapons of choice. A bit cowardly, if you ask me. If you don't have the guts to look someone in the eye as you punch them in the teeth, well, in my book, you shouldn't be fighting at all. Furthermore, these puny things would hardly scathe the indomitable Chevalier. Hey, it's Skinny Arms. How can the Protector... Aha, trying to track down that dastardly Logan, are you? Good on you, Skinny. If you do find out where he is, why not tell me first? Skip the civil corps. Skip the paperwork, you know. Make sure Logan gets some real justice. No, I thought we were doing extrajudicial stuff already. It's not such a stretch from what you're doing now. Fine. What do I know? Let me think. The night Logan attacked our temple, I was at home pumping iron. Yes, I believe I was trying to perfect a 300-kilogram clean and press with one finger. But my darn palmar interosseous muscle was acting up. As soon as I heard the explosion, I rushed out of my room to see Burgess knocked out. That's something I see all the time, but what really caught my attention was the exploded temple. I managed to catch a glimpse of Logan riding away with someone, but they were too far gone for me to pursue. Maybe it really is time for me to get a loyal steed to call my own. Nah, I'll just keep training to run faster. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to my story as much as I enjoyed telling it. Say, Skinny Arms, you're a good listener. I'll have to tell you stories more often. Hey, it's Skinny Arms. No more questions?
Yeah, I like to lead by example.
You're looking into the Logan incident, eh? Dreadful stuff. I'm quite displeased to see things turn out the way they did.
It's all well and good.
Not to mention the fallout since. But it can't be helped. To be blunt, if Howlett had stayed out of the ruins we all know are too dangerous to explore, he'd still be alive. Yes, I made the decision to put Howlett under quarantine. Yes, it did enrage Logan and drive him to madness. But I did what was best for the town, and I'd do it again if I had to. It's not a pleasant tale, just like the state of our world, unfortunately.
Howdy there. Any news to report on the water tower? Goodness, nowhere ever did you find this. You know, you don't need to be sneaking around, acting all suspicious if all you're after is information. Yes, this makes sense. Although I must admit, this shows a level of organization from Logan I can't say I was aware he might be capable of. No doubt you started to put things together since your arrival, but perhaps you'd best hear the tale in its entirety to dispel any misconceptions you might have about the whole ordeal. Not too long before you started living in Sandrock, a great tragedy struck this town. Howlett, the monster hunter, and his son Logan, with whom you are already quite familiar with. Howlett, when diving in some ruins, explicitly blocked off by the Civil Corps due to an abundance of unknown and dangerous substances. Sure enough, he became contaminated with something bizarre. Logan reacted rather wildly after Pastor Miguel quarantined his father inside the temple and refused to let Logan come in contact with him due to fears of contamination. He couldn't believe his father would be so careless as to come in contact with dangerous Age of Corruption concoctions.
Oh, yeah. That makes
One
sense.
night during the quarantine, Logan attacked the temple with bombs. I assume it was to free his father from the quarantine. But whatever the case, Logan botched the operation and parts of the temple collapsed. Us church folk were all outside, but Logan's father was still in there where we'd left him, and when we found him down there, he was already gone. Logan blamed us church folk for what happened. Now he seems bent on some kind of revenge, and he'd sooner take down the whole town if it means getting to us, I reckon. Howdy there. Any news to report on the water tower? Well, of course, I was there at the scene of it all, as were most of us. I came out after the explosion, but by the time I knew what was going on, Logan was long gone. I appreciate your concern on the matter, but I fear there's not much we can do but trust in the acumen of our Civil Corps to bring Logan to justice. Without hurting him too much, I hope. Try not to get discouraged. There are brighter days ahead, I'm sure of it.
Hey there. Hope the pressure's not getting to you too much. You're trying to find out more information about Logan, huh? Well, ain't that cute? I'm afraid there ain't much more to know than what's already been known. But I suppose I wouldn't mind you proving me wrong on that. What? Yeah, I made this equipment. So what? I can't hardly be held responsible for everything that moves in and out of my shop now, can I? What are you implying, huh? You got a lot of nerve. I'm afraid there ain't much more to know than what's already been known. But I suppose I wouldn't mind you proving me wrong, huh? So what if I did? What was I supposed to do? His mind was made up. If he had half of mine left at all. Look, I was close with Howlett and Logan as well. What happened to that man was a gosh dang travesty. But that's just the way things are out here sometimes. All it takes is one slip up, and you're gone. I always considered myself to be like an uncle to Logan. I would have taken him in, but I guess he didn't see it that way. I worry about what Logan might do, and I worry about how the more things escalate, the less likely I'm ever gonna see that pup I used to know ever again. There ain't gonna be an amicable settlement at the end of all this. So don't over-involve yourself. Be seeing you.
Hey, are you okay? Oh, this. I never should have drew this. If I knew what was going to happen, I never would have. We used to go on lots of adventures. Then Logan changed. He didn't care about me, or my mom, or anybody. My mom said if things get better, we were going to rebuild a school in Sandrock. But things got worse because of Logan! Now I'm the only kid in town. He told me right before the incident everything would be okay. He lied.
Needs relic technology.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, hey there. Here for the ceremony, huh? Well, this is it. I paid an arm and a leg getting advertising all the way out to Atara. And this is the turnout. Logan, why couldn't he have blown up the water tower next week? Or better yet, not at all? Well, on the bright side, since there's no one here, there's no one to see how miserable of a failure this is. Thanks for coming out to show your support. I'm sure you've still got plenty to do after the attack. It means a lot. This ain't the end of the world, though. Maybe once the Civil Corps finally catch that no-good-Nick, I'll paint the sleds a different color and rebrand the whole thing or something. I even had this gift specially picked out for my first customer, and I guess my first customer is you now, huh? I guess technically Burgess was here first, but his beliefs wouldn't allow him to accept a relic. Here you go. Oh, speaking of Burgess, he wanted to talk to you. He feels responsible for getting the ball rolling on this thing, I guess. Catch you later. We'll...
Hey there. Gosh, real shame about all this. It seems like this whole entertainment thing blew up in our faces, and it's all my fault. If I just hadn't bothered with that darn survey. Well, I suppose one could blame Logan, as his antics did scare everyone away from the ceremony, but oh shucks, let's call it 50-50. What's more, I realized that my survey, which was intended to support the need for giving people in town a rest, actually ended up putting you builders back to work. Well, I'm real sorry that things turned out like this. Foresight is not your strong suit. Miguel always says that about me. If it means anything, I did want to tell you that I think you did a really great job on the sand sled thing, even if nobody showed up. All the stuff you've been doing for Sandrock, well, a lot of people appreciate it. We're all rooting for you. So, I saved up some money and got you a week-long pass to ride on Katori's sand sled game as many times as you want. I got one for Mian, too, since you guys have been working so hard lately. Well, have fun. Be careful, those sleds can get real speedy.
I wear a different mask for each city-state, you know. Why? Buy enough from me and maybe I'll tell you. Keep meeting me across the land and maybe you'll even see what's underneath.